Dear viewers, welcome back, and to shed more light on this issue, I'm honored to be joined over the phone with Mr. Amr Abdulrahman, journalist. Mr. Amr?
Well, hello, good afternoon to you and to the dear viewers.
Good afternoon, sir, and thank you so much for joining us on Cairo Local Time on Nile TV International. At the beginning, sir, why was Cairo chosen once again as a venue for Palestinian reconciliation talks?
I believe since the deal was signed in Sharm el-Sheikh, confirming the finalization of finalize the Trump deal with presence of the European leaders and many leaders from all over the world, this unit existence has tried to grab the positive points of that deal only to his side, and try to play around with the deal, try to undermine the deal with the association of some militias that are accounted to Palestine, but they are not Palestine, they are accounted to the Zionist existence, trying to undermine the deal, as I have said. Since this moment, Egypt has taken the lead again and paid lots of effort to prevent these units' existence, to take advantage of the points of the deal that he considers those points to his account, to his privilege. On the other hand, trying to stop any differences and trying to end the differences between the Palestinian groups. The Palestinian groups are in a historical moment. That historical moment that they should unite their efforts and unite their identity as Arabs, just as Arabs. Forget their differences, ethnic or anthropologic whatsoever. To unite around one cause is the liberation of the occupied lands from the river to the sea. This is the main strategy. Should be cultivated in each and every Palestinian citizen right now, in Gaza Strip, in Western Bank, in Jerusalem, in all of the Palestinian territories that are already occupied by the unit existence. Palestine is a main pillar of our own national security. Securing Palestine is a main pillar to secure our own national security. And with the help of the Palestinians going through that strong decision to be made, uniting their efforts, uniting their flag. They should unite around one flag, their flag, the Palestinian flag. That's only the way that Palestine should be liberated throughout the legitimate resistance that is according to the international law, the same resistance that Egypt, when it was occupied by the British Empire, we have accomplished that our own resistance until we have liberated our land and finalized that resistance with the July 23rd revolution. The same thing should be going on in Palestine, and only when the Palestinian groups were had their differences, they were under the strategy of the colonization, which is divide and conquer. When they conquer the division, only then they can conquer the enemy.
Well, sir, how significant is this meeting in paving the way for a unified Palestinian position after the war in Gaza?
Well, I believe that Palestine state, hoping to be established someday, or as an Arabic state, should be only ruled by Palestinians. And I believe, I prefer for Palestinians that do not belong to any of the groups right now, whether Hamas or even the Palestinian Authority right now in Ramallah, We need Palestinian leaders with a background that only connected to their own homeland, their own identity as Arabs. Forget about any differences. Forget about leaning to that power or that power. That is the only way we can. By this strategy, we can bring back our own Palestine to what it was before the invasion, before the assault next the 1948. Before this, the Palestinians were citizens in an Arabic state, always belonged to the Arabic world. And of course, Egypt is having a great role to convince the Palestinians of all groups to have close ideas like this. They need to gather around one flag, one identity, as I have mentioned, and that's why Egypt is doing its best to protect the Palestinians. Only today, Egypt is the only protection Palestinians are getting from Egypt. That's why Egypt is. We have witnessed the important visit paid by the head of the intelligence, Mr. Hassan Rashad, to Tel Aviv and meet Netanyahu to make it clear we will never allow any force to break down the deal and or take advantage of the deal or undermine the deal that we have already signed on for stopping the war and for protecting the rights of the Palestinians. Those are the most important 2 points about the deal or any deal concerning the occupied land.
Well, sir, also how significant is this meeting in reflecting Egypt's great role in supporting the Palestinian cause?
Well, of course, we all the leadership had its own agenda, in its own veins, in its own strategy, that Palestine is a part of our own national security. So we are thinking about the Palestinian leaders as partners, as brothers, and that's why we are trying our best to convince them to forget their differences, their agendas, their different ways of thinking or different ways even of fighting the enemy. They can organize their efforts in one strategy, one leadership, and only with the help and the leading Egypt as a leader of the Arabic world whatsoever, whoever likes it or not. This is the real historical and strategic fact. No one can change it. And even when the deal, the Trump deal, when it was signed with all its tricky points, they only came to Egypt to sign it. They know that we are the head of the Arabic world, not other country, not other nation, but the Egyptian nation.
Well, also, sir, what diplomatic efforts has Egypt undertaken in order to make this meeting possible?
Well, of course, we have accomplished lots of effort. We have met throughout our responsibles in the Palestinian land with all leaders of all colors, trying to bridge the gap between their ways of thinking, their identities, as well as we are preventing the deal from collapsing. As we are, with one hand, we are protecting the Palestinians, and with the other hand, preventing any more attacks by the Zionist existence against the Arabic citizens. I'm talking about civilians in Gaza Strip that can be bombed again and killed again and assaulted again. We are doing our best to prevent that and to protect these main pillars of our own national security, along with the Palestinian side.
Well, and also in what ways has Egypt's firm stance impacted regional and international efforts also towards peace?
Well, of course, without Egypt there is no peace. And without Egypt there is no war. We are the key decision, and the main decision, any decision, whether peace or war, can never be applied without the Egyptian role. And that's why we are giving all our powers, all our efforts to prevent any more wars. That's what we are doing right now. With our connections with the Western powers or the Eastern powers, we are doing our best, of course, with the help the Arabic leaders. We can contain the danger and take of the deal, of the Trump deal, what only suits our own national security, what only can be positive for our own national security as Egypt or as Arabs, adding up the Palestinian cause, adding up the Palestinian liberation, protecting the right of the Palestinians to liberate the land throughout the resistance or other means, together side by side. Also, we have to exclude any points of the Trump deal that is threatening, that is a threat to our own identity or our own religion, like what's concerning the what they call it the Abraham deal. This is a huge assault and a dangerous assault to our own identity, our own religion. Of course, we are doing and fighting the battle of peace, as well as we have successfully fought the battle of war, and the war against the Zionist existence, and we have ultimately achieved our victory. We can today again achieve another peace deal for the Palestinians, for the very best, for our own national security, and for the whole world peace. We're talking about the whole world peace. Without peace in the Holy Land, in Jerusalem and the territories around Jerusalem, there will be no peace in the world.
Well, Mr. Amr Abdulrahman, journalist, thank you so much, sir, for your insights. And give viewers a short break, and we will be back, so stay tuned.